there, KW agents. All right, every year we get ready for changes come July 1, and so we're in June. So we're going to talk about today, Tiffany, the changes that are coming from the commission. That's who governs our licenses, right?
Get ready.
That's right. Changes are coming. So let's talk about them. And we have them here, so we're just going to go down the list, Tiffany, and let them know what the changes are. All right, so
well, Miss Teresa, let me ask you.
Okay.
There is a lot going on in the country right now concerning racial equity. Racial equity. And the commission has decided to take a stance and to make a change, and one of those changes is regarding racial equity. Can you talk about the need for addressing racial equity?
And here's the thing, it started on a national level as well. Even NAR even made some apologies and changed their code of ethics to include racial equity. So not just what we know to be fair housing, but some other things, gender, when it comes to things of that nature, transgender, all of that is now included in our forms and will be included in our forms. And one thing that I've seen that has been kind of prevalent among locally and among our agents is when it comes to FHA loans. For some reason, when agents see FHA, their mind shifts to, and I don't know if I don't know how to explain it other than a lesser quality type of loan, which it really isn't.
It's not. It's designed to help all home buyers, and especially first-time home buyers, to acquire a home. And so I think that there has been maybe some miseducation or misunderstanding around that. But FHA is a very viable loan product.
Absolutely.
And should absolutely be considered for all buyers.
Absolutely. Because that's part of the American dream, right? Is owning this great real estate that the powers that be are not making any more of. This is it. This is all we got. So we either buy it, and if FHA can help a buyer buy it, then that's what they should be allowed to do.
Absolutely.
And not be afraid of that FHA loan. What else does racial equity include?
Well, so you can't really miss what's happening in the country. And so you have to address it. We can't sweep things under the rug. There are some problems with racial equity in this country. And so, again, the commission has one of their big rule change, one of their changes that's happening in July is that a majority of our forms and documents that we're using are going to be amended to include language. Remember, real estate brokers are not permitted to discriminate against any of the protected classes. And so we're going to have a little bit further definition and discussion about racial equity and how that plays into our role as real estate brokers.
How about that? So be on the lookout for that come July 1, and we should get our forms from NCAR. So they'll be making the changes to the forms, so we'll get that information to you as well. Next is advertising, Tiffany.
Okay, advertising.
Advertising.
You have to have permission. You should know that. You have to have permission, written permission from the seller before you begin any kind of advertising.
Exactly.
Can we make it any more clear?
I don't think so. It's in the exclusive right to sell listen agreement. It's right there. So make sure we do, and you do, have permission to advertise a seller's property.
And it does have to be approved by your BIC.
Yes, it does.
Thank you for all of you who are sending those ads to us to make sure that they do meet the criteria.
Exactly.
All
right. So moving right along down the list, unlicensed assistants.
Unlicensed assistants.
Unlicensed assistants as it pertains to teams, even those possibly on staff, what those unlicensed assistants can do. All right. What can they do? What can't they do?
Well, let's talk about what they can't do. Do not send your unlicensed assistants to show properties. They can't do that.
That's right.
Apparently, you guys are not following the rules, and so now the commission has made BICs responsible for your unlicensed assistants.
Yes.
We have to help you to supervise just to make sure that you and your unlicensed assistants are aware of what they are and are not permitted to do.
Exactly.
It's, again, for the protection of the public as a whole that we follow the rules and the laws.
Exactly.
And so make sure your unlicensed assistants are
following the rules and not doing things that they are not allowed to do. All right, so which means as BICs, we're going to have to help supervise them, even those that you've hired to be on your team. All right.
And so one of the things we are doing to help with that is we're going to have some clear policies and procedures that we're working on that will help prepare you for that proper supervision. Absolutely.
All right, very good. Residential Property Owners and Association Disclosure Statement.
The RPOs.
RPOs.
Yes.
All of that to say RPOs. All right. So this rule, they're amending this rule to add a requirement to disclose the age and the fuel type of the water heater. Okay. Yeah. And internet access availability in the disclosure. Okay.
Right.
2 new things.
It makes sense, especially with everyone having been home last year.
Yep.
It's important to be able to talk about internet accessibility.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Very good. Moving right along. All right. Prohibited Acts. Going down this list. All right. This is a big one.
Drum roll, please.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, we talked about this at team meeting previously. All right, this is a new rule.
Yes.
All right.
The commission is now prohibiting firms from requiring attorneys to be able to pay brokers at the closing table.
Yes.
What this means is that all brokers, not just PBs, but all of you now have to submit your checks to your firm and be paid by your firm.
Yes. All right. Okie dokie. License renewal. So this will require all brokers to supply an email address during the license renewal process. That's new come July 1.
So you will be prepared to supply that email address, and you should all be renewing now.
Yes.
June 30th.
It's that time.
June 30th is the deadline.
Have you renewed?
I have. Have you renewed?
Let's see. Okay, moving right along. Fair housing. We talked a little bit about that under the racial equity, but they're going to amend the rule to add the racial equity language in our forms and our disclosures. All right. Couple more?
2 more.
All right.
The new Working with Real Estate Agents brochure.
Yes.
It goes into effect. You begin to use that on July the 1st. And so it's an amazing new disclosure.
Yes.
We'll talk about it in a little more detail in another video.
That's right.
The commission has done an amazing job with
love. They should have done it a long time ago.
Yes.
But hey, we have it now.
It's a wonderful new tool.
Exactly.
I think you're going to love it too.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are the changes coming July 1st with the North Carolina Real Estate Commission. If you have any questions, please come see us. Thank you.
Thanks.